Good evening, everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope you are having a wonderful week so far, and welcome back to another night of LOS Champs Season 1. As usual, I am your host this evening, Tankert. Joining me behind the scenes, the one, the only, the man himself, Musa, running the back end of things. So if anything's messed up, make sure you still #blame Cookies, because no matter what, it is always Cookies' fault. But tonight, we got three incredible matches coming to you from, we got tier 6 action, back-to-back, 3v3, then 2v2. And then we cap the night off with a 3v3 East tier 2 matchup. And look, Citrus in the chat already getting it correct there. Citrus, how you doing tonight? Rest of the NOLA Flight crew in here. Looks like both teams are in here. They were chomping at the bit, but we had to delay just a minute as the brand new membership for LOS Champs just launched at 8 o'clock, and it's for $20 a year. You get a Founder Circle promotion, so you'll get a discount on future memberships. You get a day 1 promotion if you get it today. You can get the May the 4th promotion today, which includes titles like the Jedi, Jedi Master, Sith Lord, R2-D2, or Bounty Hunter, and a slew of other things. So head on over to the LOS website, get that found out. And Dilly, I got my BBU shirt on just for you. Figured you'd be around here. But both teams are in the lobby. Let's get them in here and we can get this one started. But who are you guys pulling for in this first one, this first matchup? We have NOLA Flight, Golden Clouds, a team that we feel like we see every single Thursday. We got Citrus, Asterion, Godless, Chemo, and Panda rounding out that roster, taking on Paisley Ray, which is Wattage, Tricky, Wade, and Orwiggle in this matchup. Like I said, both teams sitting here at 1-0, both going 3-2 in their first series last week, looking to start the season off hot at 2-0. As Chemo wanted to get that clear downfield, doesn't get it all the way out. Wattage takes the shot and hits post. Orwiggle not able to follow that one up. Now Chemo on the counterattack, has this long sidewall, has no boost, trying to get something out center. Orwiggle, nice little catch there, pushes it over to the far side as Godless wants to play 50. Fakes out Wattage, but luckily Tricky was right there to clear it all the way back downfield. As Abacus joining us in the chat. It has been a minute since I have seen that name in chat. Good to see you. Hopefully life is treating you well. As Tricky gets a good 50 there. Godless trying to play for another one. Ball floating free. Panda's able to clear this one downfield. Just gets it around Orwiggle. Orwiggle left floating. Wattage last one back. Center coming out. Chemo's there. Oh, and Chemo gets the bounce to go in, and Golden Clouds open up the scoring here with 3:57 to go. And Tricky trying to get a touch on that one. Bounce right off the roof of his car and in. And NOLA Flight getting that all-important first goal, as we have seen over the last couple weeks. Teams having a pretty good overall winning percentage when they can score first. Chemo, nice read, sends that one downfield as Orwiggle was looking for Tricky at mid Wattage, trying to get that one on net. Not going to be there. Chemo can't handle that one. Panda has to come swooping back to clear that one to the corner. And now on the counterattack, gets it past Wattage, or gets it past Orwiggle, sorry, as Panda gets another good 50. Chemo keeps this in the corner. He's trying to follow Tricky. It's just going to kill that, but Godless is right there looking for that center into the box. Orwiggle gives a little bit of help, gets it out towards midfield. Tricky with the shot. Chemo's up, tough angle, almost own goal, best goal there, but able to save that one to the corner. And with almost 2 minutes gone here, both teams getting opportunities, but really it's the follow-ups that aren't coming, which is showing that the defensive rotations are looking good and getting solid touches. They're getting one shot off, and then it's just a quick counter back the other way. They aren't allowing anyone to sustain pressure in their half. It's Tricky. Tries to force that one. Wattage wants to get the shot. Godless is already there to challenge. Now trying to push us back downfield. Tricky looking for that last little touch to Orwiggle. And Panda trying to follow that one up. Wattage, good cut. Ball's going to be floating free. Godless a little slow to that one. Tricky almost gets the beautiful dunk. Couldn't quite find it. Chemo wants to thread the needle. Oh, and that one just got missed as Chemo sends that one high off crossbar and all the way back down into their own half. Paisley Ray looking to get some offense going here as Orwiggle takes a shot. That one's going to go wide into the corner. Tricky should be there to follow it. Good 50 coming out from him, looking for one more. But Panda just gets enough air under that one. Wanted the hard shot. Jumped just a little too early. Now Orwiggle with a nice little pass back to Wattage, but Chemo there early to challenge that one. And that's what we're seeing from both these teams right now is they aren't giving each other a lot of space. They know how to play each other well. And that's just get to the quick challenges as Orwiggle tried to finesse that one in. And the crossbar gods just not on their side right now. What's up, Grande? How you doing tonight? As Godless pushes this one all the way around. He wants to follow it, not going to be able to. Wattage wants to 50, can't find it. Orwiggle was last back. He's not going to get the touch. Ball going into the corner. Tricky should be there. Oh, going for the bump, but somehow recovers. Oh, somehow fights through that one, is able to get a beautiful recovery and a great save as Chemo throws this one back into the corner. He's trying to follow it. Tricky can't get the touch. Orwiggle looking for the pass out. It's going to hit ceiling and go right to Godless. Godless looking for a crossover to Chemo. Gets cut off by Orwiggle. Another great defensive stand coming out from Paisley Ray as Wattage gets the demo, but Godless gets the goal here. He just barely beats Wattage to that touch. And Golden Clouds go up 2-0, 106 to go. And, I mean, Wattage is going to win that one through. Rolling towards net, didn't have enough on it to be threatening as Chemo clears it to the corner, but Orwiggle doing a good job of picking up the pressure. Looking for that one last cross. Tricky's going to be pulling off. It's a little awkward. Panda's able to win that 50. Net's open for a second, but Wattage, good rotate through, able to follow that one off of the touch. He's up for this. He's trying to find that far post, and Chemo, what a save. Comes flying out of nowhere and gets a great stop to keep Paisley Ray off the board here late in game one. And Panda doing a great job of just killing a ton of time there. As Casey Joe hopping in the chat. Good to see you. Hopefully you're having a good night. Thanks for joining in on the stream. That one's going to be 50 high off ceiling. Dropping right down in the box. Panda wants to clear it out. Chemo's going to be there. Well, Wattage, good cut alongside while to keep it in the half of Golden Clouds. But nothing threatening coming out of it from Paisley Ray. They're trying to break through that defense. They're trying to find some type of cross, some type of space there in midfield to get hard shots off. And so far, Nola Flight here in game one doing a good job of just cutting off those lanes. And I understand what Paisley Ray is trying to do. They're trying to find that spot, because as we saw last week with Golden Clouds, that's really where they had a hard time, was when those midfield passes were coming through nice and crisp. They weren't able to attack them, and they gave up a lot of goals with that. And so Paisley Ray's trying to do that in this one, but it almost feels like Golden Clouds got a little bit of coaching, saw what was going wrong last week, and made a good adjustment, and they were able to shut down those chances for Paisley Ray before they even developed. So if you're Ray in this next one, really what I think you should do, right, is go for those solo plays and even have your first man fake a touch, let your second man follow, and send your first man for like a bump or a demo, or try and disrupt that rotation of Golden Clouds a little bit. And that's something that we'd seen from this Paisley Ray team in the past, is they're a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end. And it almost looked like they were trying to finesse it too much. And here in this tier, like, just get down and dirty, get into the trenches, fight through it, and cause a little mayhem in front of the net. And it's going to open up a lot of spots, especially with this Golden Clouds team, who like to keep their rotations nice and smooth. They keep them tight. And so, oh, Tricky got kicked, so they're waiting for him to join back. But in all honesty, for Paisley Ray, like, if you can throw Nola Flight off just a little bit, you are going to get a lot more opportunities, and you're going to open up that back wall because they can't get up to it. And then you can start finding those midfield passes, those back wall passes, even setting up doubles. As Watt is pushing this one down the field, wants to get a second touch. That first one just a little too heavy. as Tricky's just trying to clear that one out. Godless is going to keep it in as he gets a nice little demo there, and it's almost like Nullify was listening to me and turning the tables here a little on Paisley Ray. But Tricky, good 50, or Wiggle, sends it downfield. It's going to take a favorable bounce, and oh, Tricky almost finding that bump to give Orwiggle the space for the shot. As Wattage wanted to clear it back, not going to. Godless gets an awkward touch. This one's going to be sent to the far side. Orwiggle trying to race there. Good cross coming out, and Godless couldn't find the angle. Smedium, how are you doing tonight? Hopefully you're having a good one. Thrax, hopefully you're doing well. As Tricky gets the first one here for Paisley Ray, and it comes off of a great challenge. Paisley noticing that Nola Flight was getting aggressive and their third man was playing a little deeper than they should be in probably that front quarter. And so just one good 50 over the top on net is all they need for Paisley Ray to break through this Nola Flight defense. And so let's see how Nola Flight adjusts from here, especially on the offensive side where it looked like they were starting to get comfortable and putting on a lot of pressure as Chemo takes that shot. Good save from Orwiggle. It's going to come straight down though. Asterion wants the shot, couldn't find it. Godless trying to get it back to him. Orwiggle's there for a good 50. Chemo with the adjustment. Tricky, great placement in net to get the save there as Wattage has this one, wants to get the bang downfield. Tricky able to follow it as this one goes into the corner. Godless going to be first one there, can't clear it out. Orwiggle's going to have a free touch, throws this one high towards back wall. It's going to be floating for just a second, but no one there to cut. Tricky finally does. But two members of Nola Flight there already for the counterattack, and Orwiggle doing a good job of just touching that one around as Godless throws this one high off back wall. It's going to fall right down for him, but he can't get the read. Now Asterion's up. Godless trying to get another one. Wattage, good demo. They have the numbers if they want to go back the other way. Orwiggle looking for that demo, but just didn't have enough speed to get to that one as the final defender respawned just in the nick of time to get to the ball before the demo could happen. Now Orwiggle just trying to clear it out of their own half as Nola Flight trying to set up shop. Asterion, nice cross. Chemo's there. Oh, and what a beautiful dime coming out from Nola Flight here. Orwiggle gets up for that one, just barely misses that touch off the tough read, and Tricky in good position. But Chemo able to see where he was going to cheat to and just touch it around him to tie this one up at ones with 2:42 to go here. Tricky's going to send that one high off ceiling. He's going to have to pull off as Godless dumps it into the corner, but Orwiggle's going to be first one there. Asterion sends this high off ceiling. Wattage should have a controlling touch. Almost bounces that one a little too high. Gets a good 50 to the far side. Orwiggle should cut on this one, but not able to get the touch. Tricky's going to miss it. Asterion and Chemo on a 2v1 here against Wattage, and Wattage stands tall. Orwiggle comes from the backside and clears it all the way back down as M-Cole hopping in the chat, and Doctor also in here trying to diagnose what's going on with these teams' offenses. No one's been able to break through after that one goal. Wattage is going to pop that one up and across, looking for another touch. Asterion, good controlling touch there, trying to get it out of their own zone. Dribbles it right into Tricky, who's there for the 50. Now Chemo wants the high pop. He's going to get a good 50. He's going to hit the corner, bounce right out towards the front of net. Gets a huge challenge, and Godless overreads it just a little bit. As Godless keeping the pressure going, but Tricky finally able to alleviate that as he wanted another touch out mid. Chemo kind of bumped him into that one, forced it back out. Good challenge coming out. Wattage is going to have a lot of time and a lot of space. Pops this one up high. Asterion can't get the read, but Chemo is there for the challenge on the early read for that one. And Asterion now has this one. He's going to leave it for Godless as he has no boost. Wattage, awkward touch. Tricky's there to clear it all the way back down. And it's going to be going into the corner where Chemo's trying to meet Tricky. Tricky, good job stealing that boost. Oh, Wattage just missed that mid as he was throwing it towards back while trying to get something started here. Godless is going to send it all the way back down. He's going to steal that corner, playing for the 50 off Orwiggle. Orwiggle positions himself well to win that one. And a follow-up one as Wattage now trying to get there. Double commit coming out from Nola Flight. Tricky just needs to clear it down. Wattage up quick for this one. And Chemo, what a cut to get back on that one and clear it to the sidewall. But Orwiggle's not done. Almost fakes out Godless there. Godless able to get just the softest of touches. Now Chemo gets this over the top of Tricky into the corner. He's going to be looking for a pass out mid. Asterion slowly coming back, waiting for that far right side cross. And Chemo with the angle. Oh, Chemo, what a shot. What an absolute snipe from the corner. The tightest of angles, the spin giving him the love off the post. And it takes an absolutely perfect shot to break through this Paisley Ray defense that was playing oh so well through all of this game as Tricky's trying to get another 50 wattage. Nice demo there. Orwiggle's going to keep this one alive. Last chance here, trying to get it down to wattage. Asterion clears it to the corner. Wattage is going to keep this one up, trying to get it over to Tricky. Chemo, he's going to throw it back downfield. Tricky needs to keep this one alive. Gets a favorable bounce. Orwiggle's up for it. Tricky's up for this one. Throws it towards back wall. He's going to get bumped off. Orwiggle can't get there. And NOLA Flight lets that one drop, and they take a nail-biting game 2-1 here over Paisley Ray. And I mean, both teams playing absolutely lights out in that one. They made really good adjustments. They were doing what they were supposed to try and get as many opportunities as they could. But I mean, they're both defenses just playing really well. And when we talk about it on stream here and we say, hey, they need to not give them space, they need to get to them quick and really challenge that first touch. That's what we were seeing here out of both teams in this game. And really the difference that ended up coming out of it, as we noticed in the first half compared to the second half for Paisley Ray, where they need to make that adjustment, is in the beginning, they were keeping those first touches really close and then pushing them downfield, right? So they were maintaining possession all the way through. And then when the game got tied and NOLA Flight started to get a little bit more pressure on them, they got into that, hey, let's bang it downfield. Let's do some dump and chase Rocket League and see if we can beat them to a second touch. And when they get to that point and they notice NOLA Flight's getting aggressive and pushing up in the offensive zone, all it takes is one good controlled catch, one nice touch along sidewall, and you can get a quick counterattack on this NOLA Flight team, because that third man's going to be cheating right around that boost on the offensive side of midfield. And it's going to put them in a really tough spot if you keep a controlled touch and you keep it a little bit high on them, because odds are they're probably sitting around 40 boost, not getting a lot going, as Orwiggle tries to find an outlet pass there. Not going to be there. Wattage, good cutoff as Tricky's going to send this back down. But in all honesty, for Paisley Ray, if they can maintain a little bit of, I don't want to say composure, but just a little bit more thought when they're getting pressured that much by NOLA Flight, and have those controlled counterattacks rather than the dump and chases when you have a 2-on-1, if you move quick, it's going to be great for him. Is Tricky gets a nice pass out here from Wattage, who was just playing absolute monster ball in the corner, forcing 50s, and then forced a bad touch from Chemo. And Tricky able to read that one all the way, puts that one in just 33 seconds in. Paisley Ray up 1, but we saw this in game number 2. NOLA Flight able to come back, and Paisley Ray, I think they can hold on to this one. It's just going to be playing another 420 of that disciplined Rocket League like they did for 2.5 minutes in the last one, as a quick shot comes out from Tricky. Wattage, nice little demo. Orwiggle, great cross. Tricky's going to be there. Oh, and Tricky with the second one of this game off the beautiful pass. And we talked about it in between games 1 and 2. Paisley Ray needed to get aggressive, get those bumps and demos, and they're going to open up those midfield passes. And it seems they have finally figured that recipe out here, as Wattage gets a huge demo, opened up that entire midfield for Orwiggle to get an absolutely perfect pass to Tricky. And Paisley Ray up 2-0 here early in game number 3, trying to keep from getting that first loss on their record here, as Orwiggle trying to clear that one out, not going to. Tricky's going to have a good touch here. Nice little follow, pops it up high. Wattage gets a huge demo on Asterion. Chemo trying to clear that one out, not going to be able to. And oh, double commit coming out from Paisley Ray. Could be a good counter if Chemo can push it quick, but not able to. Paisley Ray able to get back on that one and stop the 2v1 from happening as Chemo's going to clear this one back down. Wattage into the corner. A little heavy of a first touch, able to get back around on it, play 50, playing for another one, able to follow that. He has Tricky right behind him as this is going to come all the way across. Asterion, good little beat there. Chemo sends this all the way down. Wattage is going to be rotating far post. Orwiggle trying to force this one high. Good 50 coming out of him from back wall to send it up towards mid. Tricky gets another good 50, but no one jumped for it. It's Chemo on the backside rotate, able to get up quick for that one. Orwiggle's just going to dump this into the corner as he realizes Nola Flight's kind of reeling right now. They're starting to fall back into their own half, and Tricky with the hat trick here just before halftime punishes the low boost and missed rotations coming out from Nola Flight. Great execution from Paisley Ray on the offensive end. Just getting that pressure, not even really getting a bump in demo, but just threatening those bumps and demos that they established in the first minute there is causing Nola Flight to just play a little panicked and worried about it in the back of their mind. And that is the huge thing that we've seen from Nola Flight over the last season and change, is when that's in the back of their mind, teams are able to take advantage of it time and time again, as Citrus just barely gonna miss that one. Wattage trying to get up for that. Chemo, good 50. This one's going high towards back wall. Needs to get a good read. Not able to, but leaves it for Asterion. Throws that one high. He's not going to be able to get the double. Citrus is just going to barely miss that one. Orwiggle chasing Chemo into the corner. Forces him into a bad touch. Chemo has no boost here. Just trying to get something going. Asterion, good first touch. Nice second touch. Beats both defenders. And Nola Flight on the board for the first time here with 2 minutes to go, but just seems like one tiny lapse in the Paisley Ray defense. Nola Flight was able to take advantage of it, but I don't know if they're going to be able to overcome this mountain of a deficit here with 2 minutes to go, especially with how well Paisley Ray has been playing defense in this one so far. Is Tricky just going to send that one all the way down. He's going to try and follow, able to, sends it high off back wall. Orwiggle back to Wattage, and Wattage cheated up just a little far, and Citrus is going to be able to punish the missed touch and the aggressive third man play. Nola Flight down one with 1:44 to go here, and they have a new second life here in game number 3. Yeah, and I mean, Thrax, you're saying it. It almost looked like Paisley Ray just, I don't want to say they panicked, but they really wanted that extra goal to go up 4-1, get that 3-goal lead back and feel a little bit more secure. But even with the 2-goal lead, with how well your defense has been playing, you would have to think that that would be more than enough. As a double commit comes out, Citrus could have an open net if he gets to this one quick. Oh, and Citrus just misses that one, but he drops a beautiful dime out, and Asterion ties this one up at threes just 46 seconds after I said that I didn't think it was going to happen. But Citrus with a nice cut there, and Paisley Ray, they're playing a little rushed right now. They're overcommitting. It almost feels like the comms have broken down just a little bit. We didn't really see many double commits through the first 2.5 games here. And in the last minute, we have seen them multiple times. As a bump comes out, Chemo trying to get the shot off, not going to be there. Citrus can't get that one. Tricky able to get back. Asterion can't get the touch. Wattage is going to get 50, but it's going to go all the way back down into Nola Flight's net? What? Oh, Asterion with the own goal. Chemo playing the 50 how he should. And it looked like Nola Flight panicked a little bit there as Asterion pushes for that one from the offensive side of the ball and sent it back to his own net. Now trying to make up for it. Nice little catch there. Goes for the shot. Tricky. Good save as Wattage takes this one high off ceiling. I don't think he wanted it to touch there. If anything, just graze a little bit and stay up high as Citrus can't get that one downfield. Asterion's going to have a free possession here. Wattage backed all the way off. Nice little back pass to Chemo. Chemo trying to follow that one. He's going to have a 1v1, a 2v1 for a second as that one's on target. An unfortunate Chemo got this touch, and Tricky looked like he was in really good position Oh, jumped and turned just a little bit, trying to avoid the dunk, and wasn't able to get the flip off to get the save, and we are tied at 4s with 18 seconds to go. Chemo trying to finish this one off. He's going to send that high. Asterian's there, high towards back wall. Tricky trying to clear it all the way back. Orwiggle's going to leave it for him. Tricky trying to finish this one in regulation. It's going to be going to the corner. Has the pass out. Wattage is there, and Wattage with one for the road to take game number 3. What a great pass here from Tricky. Just getting that one absolutely perfect. As Wattage able to bury that one, and even if Wattage couldn't have got there, Orwiggle was right there as well to finish that one off. And I mean, that's the perfect time to sell out, right? It's a tie ball game, 0 seconds on the clock. Might as well just throw all your bodies at the net, and if you don't get it, it's going to drop and you're in overtime. So really, really well played there from Paisley Ray, with Tricky leading the way with 3 goals, 7 shots, and an assist. So, I mean, participating on 80% of the goals there, and they really needed that win there to kind of cement what they were trying to build in game 2 and what they were able to build at the start of game 3. And really, the only adjustment going into game 4 here for Paisley Ray is slow it down just a little bit, right? Especially when they have the lead. Take a step back, relax, stop trying to rush that extra goal, because that ended up biting them 3 times there in that game, where the third man committed up. They ended up double committing, trying to get that lead back because they were trying to stop the momentum of Golden Clouds. But a lot of teams underestimate the value of slowing down play and killing clock, because then that puts the pressure back on NOLA Flight rather than you trying to stop their momentum and get another goal. Stop their momentum by killing clock and continue to play disciplined Rocket League like you did through the first half there. I mean, it was 3-1 with 2 minutes to go. And that's when we started to see the rushed offense, the double commits come out from Paisley Ray. So if they just clean up one of those, you know, we aren't heading to that 0 seconds where they're trying to win it before going to overtime. They have a clear 2-goal victory. Wattage, last one back, able to push this one downfield. Godless, good, clear all the way back down towards back wall. As Panda pushes that one all the way out towards mid. Asterian's going to miss it. Godless comes off sidewall again. Godless can't follow that one. Wattage is going to have this, trying to find Orwiggle. Orwiggle has the boost, but didn't get a good takeoff there. That is always a tricky one, especially when the ball had already reached its apex and started falling. Orwiggle tried to make the adjustment, but he's going to be keeping the pressure going here. Nice little fake on one. Asterian gets the sidewall. He's going to get dunked by Wattage. Orwiggle's there, takes the shot just a little high. Now Godless is going to throw that one away. Ends up with a 50 on Tricky, where Wattage trying to pick that one up. He's going to send it far side. Gets a good 50 into the corner. He's going to be looking for Tricky on the far side here. Tried to drop it down to him, and Panda good clear back downfield. And 1:30 off the clock here. Both teams just trading little blows back and forth. They don't want to go too far into each other's zone here and give up an easy goal as Wattage clears this one down. He tried to get it to Orwiggle. Orwiggle's going to keep it along sidewall. Wattage, good follow. Wattage looking for a good 50. Has that one in the corner. If he gets a good pinch out mid, Tricky's there. Oh, it almost comes to fruition. But Asterian just able to get there in time to force that one to the sidewall, as Panda now has this. He's pushing it downfield, but has no boost. Gets it past one. Orwiggle's there for the clear back downfield, but Godless was all the way back already, playing a deep third man to make sure that one didn't find the back of the net off of the full field clear. It looked oh so good as Godless sends this high off back wall. Asterian's going to be there. Ball still floating. Panda trying to race Orwiggle to that one. Wins the 50. Wattage and Godless in a dead race to get to that one. Godless comes out on the winning side of that, gets a good 50. This one's coming high off ceiling. Gonna drop straight down. Asterian can't get the read, and Tricky able to clear that one back down and hold off that pressure from NOLA Flight there, as Paisley Ray tries to find some of their own offense here. It's sniffed out before it can even start, as they were looking for that midfield pass again. And we haven't seen them really go for any bumps or demos here early in this one, now that we're halfway through. And so Nola Flight knows that they can just keep their rotations as they are without having to adjust for that. As Wattage takes a quick shot, Asterion awkward touch. Wattage nice pass out mid, but Godless, a huge demo. Nice fake from Panda. Tricky respawns just in time to get the save, as that looked like it was going to be an open net. Now Wattage taking the shot. Godless up for it, able to clear it to the corner. Wattage high off back wall. Tricky's going to be there. Drops this one down. Or Wiggle. Oh, just not enough to get up for that one. Wattage is going to sail that one high. Tricky drops it right back down to Wattage. Wattage, nice little cut there. Gets a beautiful pass out. Or Wiggle with the shot. Tried to find far post, but it goes just a little wide. Godless can't get the touch there. Wattage keeping it in the corner. Panda's going to win that 50 while still in that same corner. Wattage, nice controlling first touch. Gets it around one, but has to avoid the bump as Godless trying to find the double. Not quite able to. Or Wiggle can't get to the back wall for the read. Tricky tries to clear it back down. Panda cuts it off in midfield. Panda looking for Asterion out mid. Oh, a good read from Wattage to cut that lane off, as that would have been a goal for Nola Flight. Godless trying to get the challenge, not going to be there. Panda free touch, throws that one on net. Double commit coming out from Paisley Ray, but Orwiggle cherry picking in the corner after that challenge just floated there. And the heads up cut. Doesn't go for the boost, ends up with it anyways, but a good turn in the corner there to get back on that one. And Paisley Ray, 1 goal lead, 46 seconds to go. Godless up for that one. He's going to kill it right at midfield. Asterion trying to play 50. Ball still there. Tricky's getting hunted in net. Godless wants to follow that one up. Tricky's just going to clear this one back towards mid. Panda's going to be slow on that one. Net's going to be open. Asterion able to get back in time. Sends this towards sidewall. Looking for a shot here. Sends that one wide. It's going to be bouncing right out front. Huge demo. But Godless has this one. Orwiggle's a little awkward. Godless with a great cross. Asterion is there, and Nola Flight tie this one up with 17 seconds to go. After that offense had been stifled and subdued all game, they break through with just one little touch. Tie this one up with 17 seconds to go. And are we due for another 0-second goal? Or are we going to be heading to our first overtime of the match? As Panda gets a good 50 there. It's sitting there for Godless. Godless throws this one up high. He's going to be taking the shot. Orwiggle, good save. Orwiggle can't follow that one. Asterion's going to throw it along sidewall. He's looking for another touch. Keeps it high in the corner. No one's going to be there. Panda comes flying out of nowhere trying to keep this one alive. Wattage now has it. Pops it up for Orwiggle. Orwiggle keeps it along sidewall. Panda can't keep it up. That one's going to drop. And we are heading to overtime here in game number 4. Asterion's going to get 50 by Orwiggle there. Godless up quick for it. Wattage, quick sellout. If he doesn't get to that one, that is game, set, match. As Tricky's trying to clear that one back out. Godless, good challenge, sends it high off back wall. He's going to pop this one right in the box. Orwiggle there to clear it all the way back down, as Nola Flight had a chance early in this overtime, but no second man as that one comes floating across the box. Tricky just not able to get there as Orwiggle tries to clear that one out. Asterion, good little fake. Godless taking the shot. Wattage, good rotation back. Playing a very disciplined third man all series long. As Asterion has an easy save there, just sends it towards sidewall. He's going to leave it for Godless as he picks up the boost. Now trying to clear it back down to him, looking for that extension. Panda comes away with this one, gets the demo on Orwiggle. It's a 2v1 for a second as Panda just tries to thread the needle on that one around Wattage, but Wattage holds the post tight, able to send it back down. Another 2v1 here as Godless is racing to that one, not able to get there. Wattage, nice demo on Asterion. Panda trying to follow that one. He's going to get Goomba'd off. Wattage can't get the touch. Panda's there. And Panda finishes this series off with the overtime goal as Wattage, thought he was a little bit closer to the front of the net. Hits the roof of the net there, just not able to get there. And Nola Flight, Golden Clouds, come away with that win, and they will be moving on to 2-0, 6-3 overall. Paisley Ray falling to 1-1 here, but man, that was a hell of a good series. Yeah, it comes across the final as 3-1, but Paisley Ray played that as tight as they possibly could have. And in all honesty, I mean, arguably, you could make an argument for Paisley Ray could have easily won that series, and we should be in game 5. But again, just really, really well played by both teams. Nola Flight making some late adjustments in games 3 and 4 to keep it close and end up taking game 4. So GG's to them, and GG's to Paisley Ray with the huge series there. And honestly, I feel like this was kind of a pre-matchup to playoffs later. It feels like we could definitely see these two teams fighting it out for a championship in a couple months here, but really, really well played as series 1 is in the books here. And it looks like we are going to be getting Citrus in here for the post-game interview. Citrus, how are you doing tonight, sir?
I was playing like booty butt cheeks out there tonight. I had to out.
Hey, your words, not mine. No, and I mean, you came in probably a little cold in the middle of the series. You did have that really good setup to, I believe it was Chemo, to get, I think it was a 3rd goal in game 3 there to start bringing that one back. But, you know, you guys went up 2-0 in the series, and then they started a really huge comeback. They had a good lead in game 3, and kind of talk me through your guys' mental and comms there when you guys were down 3-1 with 2 minutes left, and I think Thrax said it was 3-0 with 2:46 left. Like, what did you guys do and talk through to come back in that one and at least force it to 0 seconds?
It was Chemo. Chemo is our motivator. He told us, he was like, all right, boys, we got to settle down, play our games. Let's get these team plays going. And then we just started playing our game, and we had to get our rotation back locked in. We were playing a little panicky at first. I definitely was, because I was coming in a little cold and a little nervous, but yeah, Chemo, he settled us down, and then we got it back, and then we just couldn't get it in overtime.
Gotcha. And then going into game 4, I mean, it's a really close game, right? Paisley Ray gets the goal. They're up 1 with, I think it was like 46 seconds left. Like, what was going through your guys' mind? Were you like, oh no, we're going to game 5. This just changed all the momentum. Everything's going to fall apart. Or did you guys stay pretty calm to end up getting that goal about 30 seconds later there?
So in that game 4, me and Chemo, when we're in our team VCs, we're usually muted. Whoever's playing is unmuted. But Godless, he was the one. He was like, all right, boys, we have 46 seconds. Let's get this. We got it. He was the one that was like constructing the offense and defense right there at the end. Like, he was the only one calming. He was like, all right, I'm going to tell you boys what to do. Let's get it. He was being the maestro right there at the end. So props to Godless. He's our little young prodigy.
Fair enough. And then, I mean, last question from me. Last week we saw you guys, and you really struggled with those crosses and midfield passes last week. And this week, you guys really locked down on those. Was that something you went into a replay review and got some coaching to adjust for, or something that you guys knew last week and were aware of and just made some changes this week?
We didn't get a coaching session, unfortunately, but we did go back and watch replays ourselves, and we did make a couple adjustments. We said we need to be watching these passes. We need to be calming them out when someone's mid and try to go for a demo mid. Godless is really good at demoing the shooter on his way back, like pushing back in rotation. So we use that to our advantage whenever he's on the field. That game 4, the Panda, Asterion, Godless, that's like our defensive lineup. So we threw them in, trying to throw Paisley Ray off a little bit.
Yeah, well, huge win for you guys. You moved to 2-0. Congratulations on that. It feels like we're just destined to talk to each other on Thursdays, so that's kind of nice too. But hey, man, any final shout outs or anything before we head out here?
I just want to shout out Golden Clouds. We are yet to lose in LOS Season 0 and Season 1. We have not took an L yet, so I don't want to curse us, but knock on some wood. These are my boys, and I love playing with them, so shout out Golden Clouds.
Fair enough. And thank you again for joining us. Congratulations on the win. I am not going to say anything about what he just said, because the last thing I need in my life is to jinx anybody more than I already do. But that was Citrus from Nola Flight Golden Clouds. You come away with the very close 3-1 victory over Paisley Ray there in our first matchup. But we are going to head to a quick break here. We'll be back for our second match of the evening, which is RLC Mid Lads versus Ohio, Ohio. Another 1-0 matchup. Both teams 3-1 in games. This is going to be a 2v2 East Tier 6 matchup coming your way on the other side of the break. We will catch you guys in just a few minutes.